Hello, good afternoon. Welcome in, everybody. Give it a second here. I'm going to get the links sent out. Copy the link. You can't find me. Go ahead and turn this on. Make sure that we have. Okay, it's not letting me click on it. Try this again, shall we? Hi, Dave. Do you have video on today, Dave? Make sure we have. I'm connected to the headset. That's why I can't. And then it pauses it. Son of a. Hi, Dave. Yep. Okay. We are working on YouTube. Copy that link. I got a message saying somebody couldn't find me. Tammy, I sent you a link in your messenger, honey. So it's there. Let me go to Rumble. Make sure we're working there. Yep, there we go. We are good on Rumble. Well, I don't know what Rumble Studio did, but they seem to have fixed the main problem so that we actually can do this stuff. I'm going to go to X and make sure. I was asking if you had video and audio, bud. Hi, Tammy. Profile. I have 360 followers on X. That's crazy. None of them really interact with me except for Skipper, but for the most part. But, yeah. Hey, I'm happy to talk to all of you. Hello, Eric. Eric should be in here in a second.
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is. How you doing, Eric?
All right, had to adjust my OBS to put me in the middle.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because of this split screen.
There we go. Dave says, yes, it is working. All right, so we're in good shape here. I just have to send out the links to a couple more servers.
Did you see the text message I sent you?
I did, and that's complete and total horseshit.
Especially in between Pentecost and Memorial Day weekend.
Did they get anybody else around you?
This time they did, but they tried to do some vehicles that do run and drive. You know, those that live in their cars with a disabled vehicle ticket.
How'd that go? I wonder.
Oh, it's not going to go well for the city. interesting because there is not really any other definitions for these things.
Mm.
You know, like normal codes or whatnot. There's a definition and where and how they're to be enforced. And in this case, there isn't. I looked on the website and it just tells me what the fines are. And here's the fun part. It's a 72-hour parking violation, motorhome parking on street, 72-hour violation. As in, you're not allowed to come to Austin, Texas and stay for more than 3 days.
Well, I don't understand.
Unless you pay for an RV park or the state parks or something. But if you're on the street visiting family or friends, you're not allowed to. It's not allowed to be more than 3 days, even though the city passed an ordinance saying RVs, motorhomes, can be used as auxiliary dwelling units.
Huh.
Like mother-in-law suites and things like that, parked in driveways and whatnot.
Hi, Ruth. Welcome in. Yeah. I don't know, bud. I know out here where I live, even though I'm out in the middle of nowhere, our township passed an ordinance saying that that people can only stay 2 weeks in a trailer or motorhome that's on the property. If it's more than 2 weeks,
I'd
they'll
fight
try
that. You're not an HOA.
Well, unfortunately, they act like one sometimes. All right, let me pull this up so I can make sure I know where my picture is. Oh, turn this down because we don't want to hear me double.
The auxiliary dwelling units, yes, can be on private property, but 72-hour motorhome parking on the street, which sounds very much like an HOA type of thing. Well, I am parked technically on a public street, but it's in a public park that's open 24/7.
Yeah. Give me
It's
one
not like
second.
I'm like we're all parked on the side of, I-35 or some silly thing. Or up under the overpasses or some.
So, in other words, you're not acting like people in California.
No. And people are doing, following, dispersed camping in general. I mean, yeah, some people have kind of hovered a little close to us over here. Just because we have security cameras and. Yeah, Dave. Come back as an illegal and they'll give us free housing and everything. Give us a freaking mansion.
Okay, so since you touched
and free health care. And speaking of which, I finally updated my. And I was right. If anybody saw my YouTube stream regarding my VA conundrum for the mobility issues appointment, trying to get to an appointment for their wheelchair clinic. I had downloaded it, and basically all three physicians just put down no-show. Even though I kept telling them it was because of mobility issues, which means by VA federal policy, they're supposed to review my medical records at that point.
Well, that's
so they're breaking their own rule.
I was talking to some people earlier today, and we were discussing some medical issues that they're having. They are veterans, and they're telling me that they're not the VA is not helping them get their problem taken care of completely. Or I guess the better way would be if they're not helping them to do it in a timely manner. There's other ways that they can do it that would make it quicker, And so, hi Logan. It's been a while since I've seen you on here. There's a Fred. Fred's on now. Seems everybody's over on YouTube today. But Yeah, so I'm just so fed up with this whole fucking policy of illegals getting all this shit and veterans who fucking went, and not only the ones that saw combat, but any veteran, any of you that sign the contract, take the oath, you all deserve to have the same respect. You all deserve to have the same health care. The government should be taking care of you guys and gals.
Yeah, they should be
And
technically they should be bending over backwards with the best care in the world.
and you guys get shit on all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, they slow roll things so bad that, well, what happened in Arizona, that big news story about what happened in Phoenix years ago of the vet that died in the stairwell and they didn't find him for 3-4 days. And other vets, basically dying, in the lobby and whatnot, waiting for care. They'd rather see veterans just die off and them collect a paycheck. They've got that entitled government bureaucracy mindset. And the only ones that, and the ones that don't are either nurses, the few nurses that do care, but they're just nurses. They can't do a whole lot. And basically the students, the interns that they bring in, because they're still under that mindset. Oh, I'm out here, I want to help people, and basically they get overridden by the bureaucracy and red tape.
Well, that's something that I hope Trump goes after when he gets back in office, is that they need to eliminate all these bureaucratic positions. They have to be gone. Every position should be an elected position so that they can all be held accountable for the bad fucking decisions that they make. That's how I feel right now. I don't know how many of you agree with that or disagree with that, or.
Oh yeah, there's too many cooks in the kitchen. So what's coming out is slop.
Yeah, so I have some bad news.
They've narrowed their positions down so much to where, well, you got to go talk to this person. No, you got to go talk to that person. I mean, just look at, I'm not sure I'm going to get his name right. Kahanu, whatever, Veterans Affairs Media, and his issues there in California.
Yeah.
Veteran Nation, Skipper at Veteran Nation. He himself has his own issues. I mean, just with glasses. I mean, that was fun for him there.
Well, not
that's about the one thing that's the one thing I never have an issue with the VA is getting glasses. I always seem to pull that one in, following the same as the Medicare rules of an eye exam once a year, new glasses once every 2 years. As long as I follow that generic guideline, I'm okay. That federal guideline for Medicaid.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, literally, when we were in New York and I had both Medicaid and the VA, I got better care with the Medicaid out in public than I did from the VA.
That doesn't surprise me. And
when I switched to community care and went to a public physician as my primary care. But yeah, they won't even give me community care now. They won't even let me switch to community care now. They're fighting me tooth and nail on that one.
So my rant is that we need to make sure that we're taking better care of veterans and people who fucking earned that, and stop giving it away to these fucking illegals who are coming over here and breaking our laws. They're felons. They're not supposed, that right there is supposed to make it so that they're not allowed to get benefits for a lot of this shit. And they're still getting it. So that pissed me off. All right, hold on. Let's do this. Flip the camera.
So what's funny is that all of a sudden we started getting hit with this kind of, the parking warning and
Young lady, you be nice.
ticket after after me and Peggy did our little thing back on last Saturday.
Come here, baby. You little shithead. So, I did all that work
Talking about homeless and the homeless programs and how a lot of them mistreat the homeless.
Yeah, I watched. I saw that, and that's all bullshit too. So, sad news. It got hot the last 2 days, and I forgot they were in the greenhouse. And so our plants are all dead, except for the corn that I transplanted. Everything else is dead.
Well, at least it's the plants and not the little meow meows.
Well, I don't know. Did you get to watch yesterday?
I didn't get to watch yesterday, but Peggy was looking at the pictures, and she likes the little black and white one because it reminds her of her cat we used to have.
Well, your
runaway.
Yeah, we did a rescue mission and got all the Callies out of the greenhouse yesterday because it was freaking steaming here. We hit over 90 yesterday. And I don't think if we wouldn't have got the kittens out of the greenhouse yesterday, they wouldn't be here today. But I took and brought the thing that I had out front for the cats to get out of the weather and stuff. I brought that back here. I made them a nice little place up. But I understand that it's not secluded enough. It's open, and she won't like that for, privacy reasons and security reasons. But that's set up back here now, and she took all of her kittens to the garage. So, hi, Cora. So we're going to dump those plants out, and we're going to start over. I got the seeds out. And, this time I'll actually mark what we plant so we know what it is, right? Hey, Jay, welcome in, bud.
Yeah, it's a rant and rave party, as in we're ranting and raving and and not the fun rave.
Yeah. Logan's over on Lord Sterling's server. Over on Common Censored. So I just went back over there recently myself, and I've been in talks with Lord Sterling. We're going to do a show together on both servers is the goal. So we'll see when that comes to fruit. Let me go get these flats so I can dump them out and get them cleaned out and ready to go. But I just... First off, the other big thing is the fact of them lying to us about the suicide rates. That pisses me off too. They're out here telling people that it's 22 veterans a day, which is too many. Honestly, one is too many. That it shouldn't be happening. But the honest truth is, it's over 45 veterans a day taking their own lives. That is absolutely unacceptable. Unacceptable.
And a lot of it's from what I was mentioning about the whole homeless thing and how the homeless are treated, and and the ones that are coming out of jail and prison for really heinous crimes are basically given priority at shelters, and of course, no self-respecting vet or no self-respecting person, period, wants to be anywhere near those characters, let alone have to sleep, 3 to 4 feet away from someone.
Yeah. Well, I hope your dog's getting better, Ruth. Yeah. Ruth said her dog's hasn't been feeling well all week, so hopefully, it's on the mend.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's what's funny: is me and Peggy did our little homeless rant on Saturday. Our little discussion, sharing all that. Sunday they had a big Palestinian march, pro-Palestine march here in Austin, Texas.
You think they saw your sign in the front window and that's why they came after you?
well, the march wasn't over here, wasn't here where I'm at, but it wasn't in general, it wasn't too far away.
Yeah.
South Congress Ave isn't too far away, and that's what the road that basically leads right up into the bottom of the state capitol. That was supposedly mostly uneventful.
Supposedly.
But yes, we have been rocking the sign that, for those that watched on the Rumble side, the pre-vid that was posted, placeholder little video, that says we support Israel. And I even created a little Israel flag. And in fact, heck, what was it? Just before all that, actually had someone who was an Israeli citizen who was doing work here in Texas actually drive up and thank me for for having the sign. The sign that I have.
Yeah. I have nothing against Israel. I just think that they have the means that they need to take care of themselves, and we don't need to be sending more stuff over. That's the only thing I say about it. You know what I mean?
I think they have been our longest ally, and as we are a Christian-based company, a Judeo-Christian-based country, how can you not basically support, the Christian version of Mecca, which, of course, the Muslims also use their version, but of course, Muhammad came many years after Christ. The Temple Mount and everything. But heck, Calvary. Don't even have to worry about the Temple Mount, just in Solomon's Temple, the Calvary where Christ was crucified.
Yeah, I'm not arguing.
Bethlehem, where he was born. Nazareth, where he was raised up. That's all part of Israel. Yeah. So to deny that of our faith, of a Christian faith, is to basically deny Christ himself. He was a Jew. He was what in modern times would be called an Israeli, a Jewish person, Oh. Ham radio. But so to deny, to deny that part of the faith is to deny oneself. But then again, most of the pro-Palestine protesters in the U.S., if you notice, are the same people that would be killed, thrown off the tops of buildings and stuff like that from those same people, from Hamas. They would not give,
Well, Hamas even put out videos about the protesters and told them and denounced them. So I don't know if you saw that or not.
Oh, yeah. But it took how long for them to do that?
I don't know.
But it's just evil. It's evil, it's sin, it's going on in the world, and it's going to continue, and it's going to continue to get worse.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's just part of how history is right now. If you read the Bible, it tells you, it gives you the blueprints of what's going to happen, really.
But see, here's some funny things. Here's some funny things about this whole 72-hour motorhome thing here. It's all, that all of a sudden they're starting to enforce here in Austin. One, they haven't been enforcing it for the last 2 years. Two, previously they tried to get us on homeless encampment type issues to get us to move. But an RV is not an encampment. And two, we're full-time RVers. We are houseless, not homeless, which is a big difference. Under Texas law, a motorhome is considered a home. And there are many living in motorhomes and, travel trailers, Class C's, Class A's, whatever, that are also police officers, Austin APD, Austin Police Department, city police officers.
Oh, yeah?
Because they can't afford the rent either.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Austin's become a liberal shithole just like every other one, has it not?
And the main ones that keep trying to come around and force these silly rules are conveniently Hispanic.
Are they these ones that, the governments are like California's trying to make it so that they can be illegals and be police officers and carry guns and try to enforce laws against people that actually are native born here?
Well, see, the thing is, I was reading the state or the city's website, and those that are allowed to enforce is they have APD enforces the traffic, parking rules, are the primary enforcement. Then they have paid city employees, but they also have the volunteers.
Sorry, y'all, I can't see chat right now. So, Eric, if you see anything in chat that needs to be addressed, can you please let me know?
And
I'm still getting this dirt and stuff ready.
I'm not saying too much really, other than people talk about RVs and trailer parks and stuff. James, traveling the country in RVs is a great way to go.
Yeah.
Or go somewhere and stay. But the thing is, they have events here in Austin that last a week, 2 weeks long, but yet they don't want RVs basically in town for more than 72 hours. But see here, and also the address and here's the fun thing is here in this part, because it used to be a residential area, GPS coordinates, and I've actually done this. I've had pizza delivered to my RV because there's still a street address at the pavilion right here next to me. From
Nice.
from the house lot that was there. But here's what's going to kind of backfire against them. One, it's not exactly the address where I'm parked. Two, the address that they put where we're all parked is, if you Google the address, is the park's address, the park entrance address.
So now watch them turn around and sit there and make a new law that you're not allowed to have RVs parked in the parks. That's what it sounds like they're going to try and do.
We're not parked in a parking space. We're not parked in the parking spaces, taking up parking spaces. We're parked along the street next to a sidewalk.
Okay.
Literally, before, she's half asleep. She was taking a nap, trying to stay cool.
Gotcha. Well, hi, Peggy. I'll try and be quieter.
She's waving in the background, half-ass waving.
Alrighty.
But see, the thing is, they're homeless. The city's homeless rules, which is another part of it. What they're trying to fight with is that the homeless encampment and those rules mention that the city can enforce parking in private lots.
How does that work?
On private, such as if Walmart, HEB is popular here. You're probably familiar with Wegmans, Costco's. Basically, supposedly they can enforce no overnight parking on private property anywhere. On the private property. And also under the homeless encampment rules, you can't be removed, you can't be kicked out. An officer must give you an alternative place to go to park and set up camp or whatever. Because the way Austin PD has got their iCare set up and things like that. Part of their reform that helps them not target the First Amendment auditors and abide by the Constitution. And also the homeless, that we never technically fell under, even though we had a sign put up in the previous place we parked as that we were supposedly a homeless encampment. I don't know how one RV becomes an encampment. Public park. We weren't taking up the pavilions. It's a huge public park. I mean, heck, I'd say this park's probably this one park, and the city's got a few of them. This one is, if you probably about as big as Central Park in New York City. You go from the north end all the way to the south end,
Mhm.
into the other section. So, this is a huge park, and I mean, and another part of it, which is another thing, is that there are still about between 5 and 10 holdouts from when it was a residential area. That even though there was that once in 50 year, once in 500 year, whatever it was, flood that took out the homes that were here, and the whole FEMA thing, and all that fun stuff. There were some holdouts that never sold their property to the city.
Okay, so what was it like?
So
a
they can't
giant
gate it
land
off.
grab? Is that what they're trying to do there?
The city tried to basically go ahead and buy the property from people to say, okay, we'll buy it from you so you don't have to worry about getting flooded out again. We won't have to worry about this again. We'll just turn it into a public park, and if it floods, it floods.
Welcome back, Fred. Fred was at the DMV, apparently. That's always fun, huh, Fred?
They were getting a picture of the drop dead Fred.
So, I wanted to share something with you all, because I know that there's a lot of you out there that have some of the issues that I have with your back and your knees. And no, I am not sponsored by these people. I will not get sponsors. I don't believe in them. I do this stuff because I enjoy doing it. But this little thing here, make sure y'all can see it good. Can you see that, Eric?
Yeah.
That's a TENS unit.
I'm familiar with the TENS unit. I have one buried somewhere in here from the VA.
You get these little pad things and you stick them wherever it hurts. You put the positive one where it hurts, you put the negative one somewhere else on your body, and it helps to transfer water, especially if it's you have a lot of swelling. It helps to get the swelling down. It's just a light electrical current. You turn it up until you can barely
pulsing
handle
electrical
it.
current.
Yeah, you turn it up to where you can tolerate it, and then you let it there. And then as it goes, you'll notice that it's easier to handle until basically at the end you almost don't feel it at all. But it helps a lot with sciatica, sciatic pain. It's amazing for that. Ankles, knees, your back. So, the unit that I showed you, I paid $120 for. But they do have ones that are not as expensive, that are a little cheaper. I always go to, TENS.com, I think it is, to get mine.
No, I got mine issued by the VA. That was one of the few things they did for me. But I found, in my case, and I looked at it, doing the pain, where you set the leads, basically is kind of like what you would do with an AED, a defibrillator, on either side, on either side of the pain. Defibrillator, you put, one on one side of the heart, the other one on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want them too far apart because then they can't make contact.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And
I'm not saying you put it like one on your head and one on your foot. You want to keep it within a couple feet of each other. If not, 12 to 16 inches.
My personal experience with a TENS unit is, the electrical basically takes, pulsing and stuff like that helps take away the pain while it's on. But the moment I shut it off, the pain comes right back. I get like maybe 10 minutes of reprieve before I've got, I'm back in full blown pain again. So for me, it never did too well. And I mean, I'd put, I get better relief from basically icy hot.
Huh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, right here.
Got me. I have gabapentin, but Yeah, gabapentin knocks me out so hard that, you know, this thing
Really?
could be rolled in a
Yeah.
twister, and I wouldn't even. Well, it's one of
Yeah, but
those I can take a lower dose. I definitely don't want to take gabapentin and drive. But the amount that the amount that I need to take away enough pain for me to even rest and sleep on my worst days literally knocks me out. So I hardly ever take my GABA because, being in an RV, you never know when someone's going to show up, when the police or somebody's going to try and knock at your door and cause you problems.
yeah, well, I get that, but I've always had gabapentin make me restless. So that's interesting.
Me, it knocks me out like like I drank too much NyQuil or something.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Ruth. Yeah, I have another one. It's more of a massage thing. It does like shiatsu and it replicates like deep tissue massage too. So that one works good for your back and neck areas a lot of times. Sometimes your thighs, your calf, for getting them loosened up. So I just thought I'd share that today. I don't know who needs it, but just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, attention is helpful for some, just not, everyone's situation is a little unique.
Well, that's for sure.
Exactly what caused the problem, where the problems are, and and how your body reacts to things.
Yep, that's true. So should we play in dirt now?
That's why, although unlike most people, I like my autonomy. I did sign up for the Million Vet program that's supposed to be a little more randomized to the VA, of where they use basically based upon number and demographics and not by name. And they're supposed to basically take, okay, this works with this group of demographics. This doesn't work with that group. These
Okay.
people, this group is allergic to to help. It's supposed to eventually help improve healthcare.
Does the
But
VA?
we'll see how that plays out in the long run. It could be something a lot worse. Yeah, there's nefarious purposes behind it too. So we'll see.
Well, I was wondering, do they at the vet will they let you do genealogy testing to help you find out what you're
No,
allergic to and all
they
that
don't.
stuff?
They don't have that as part of any program with the VA.
Damn, that's crazy.
Basically, what you tell them your genealogy is what they put in the record, and leave it at that.
Because I can go right now and tell my doctor that I want to have a genealogy test done so we can find out what medicines will work and what won't, instead of having to do the trial and error shit. And they'll do it.
You can't even get the VA doctors to listen to you long enough. I mean, literally, they try to book appointments no longer than 15 minutes. From the time the doctor sits in the exam room to see you and listen to what your problems are, to the time that he's basically out the door and moving on to the next patient is 15 minutes, maybe 20. You literally have to request a double book long, a 30-minute or an hour appointment to truly get them to attempt to listen to you. And even then, that doesn't always work.
Logan, are you talking about the one that says the disbelievers? And I'm trying to see what you're talking about, bud, because I don't see anything that was deleted.
I saw him talk about Muslim stuff, but I didn't see any actual reference to the Quran, so I don't know.
I know he said that something about Islam is the religion of peace. I think he was being sarcastic there. But yeah,
Yeah, that was the
no, I
only.
don't.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only one.
So if something was deleted, it was done by YouTube, bud.
Because Chris doesn't really have any wrenches that I know. I don't know if anybody has a wrench on Chris's channel yet.
I've got a couple. Lori, Cora should have a wrench. Does she not? I guess she doesn't.
She might.
Let's fix that. Shall we? Okay, I don't want the picture.
And for anyone that does have a YouTube page, you can go into your studio, go into the community. When you go into your channel, go into community, and that's where you can set who gets moderators and authorize that. Yeah, who's authorized to post links or whatever on YouTube.
Apparently, Jay says his doctor could be Ben Shapiro. Right, Jay? Is that what you're saying? He says my VA doc talks so fast that he could be a rapper. Dude is always in a hurry. That they are understaffed and overworked. Yeah, I agree. I understand that point. I don't understand why doctors don't want to work for the VA. I don't know that aspect of it. If you know,
it's because they know the VA doesn't care about the patients. They don't care about the veterans. They don't care about providing care. It's all about basically collecting a paycheck and retiring.
Well, that's kind of shitty.
That's the reason I don't have SSDI right now or SSI. It's because I got stuck with one of those doctors, and he was known as a pain doctor.
Oh.
As in, all he would do was basically prescribe pain pills for the vets in pain. That's about it.
That's not good either.
That was his specialty. If you're in pain, go see that doctor.
Aye.
And then a month before he announced he was retiring, I requested to change primary care doctors because I noticed that, I go in with 5 complaints and 2, maybe 3 would get put into my record every visit, which is what screwed me out of SSDI. And literally, I was denied to change primary care doctors. And the denial happened about the same time he announced his retirement. So it's like, you're going to have to change me primary care anyways. What the hell? And that was back in Rochester, New York. That's part of the part 2 I haven't put out yet. Or haven't done yet. Now there you go. There's your quote. There's your Quran text there, Logan. Or at least references.
Yeah.
There might have been a word or something in it that YouTube didn't like. When you YouTube's real funny. You say a certain word, one word, or close to saying a certain word, and the thing will remove won't even show the post. It'll show it to yourself, but nobody else will see it.
Interesting. It's not letting me add somebody as a mod.
James, that's why I turned around and I did the first sleep study, and of course it was in their nice comfy mattress for 3-4 hours, and they said, "Oh, I didn't have sleep apnea." And then later on, I knew I had this sleep apnea. I turned around and told them I found out they had the at-home version, and I did that, and that's what finally got me into getting my CPAP. Because their perfect environment is not your normal environment.
Yeah, Cora
sterile.
has a wrench.
Huh?
Why can it? Cora has the wrench. I don't know why it's not showing it in the chat on the thing there.
It just might be a mean green thing.
There you go.
It might just be here on the mean green. It probably only shows you those with the mean green wrench.
Thankfully, Ruth, my doctors know all of my issues, so it's not just one of those once and done things. I have to go in and talk to them numerous times. My insurance is trying to get a visiting nurse to come out and see me. They're like, oh, it's covered by your insurance. I'm like, well, I'm glad it's covered by my insurance, but I don't need it. They're like, well, why not? And I'm like, because I see my doctors every freaking month. Why would I have you guys send me a nurse out to see me? That doesn't make any sense to me.
She says she has a wrench.
You know? Yeah. Oh, hell, I better plug my phone in. I forgot I had to.
Well, for everyone that can, if I can get this to show, I'm going to show this receipt, aka ticket. Because here's another funny part about it. Okay, for the ticket part, they issued it today. Let's see if this will. Oh no, this other thing wants to block it out. Okay, so I've got this whole automatic green screen thing going. It was issued today. It's mobile home parking for more than 72 hours. The appearance date, though, is for June 24th, a month away.
So what? They want you to stay there for a month till your court date and then come?
And of course, I have I have out-of-state plates. So it doesn't make any. That's another thing that doesn't make sense about it. Like, hello, one, you're ticketing an out-of-state vehicle for for violating your 72-hour rule. That does say service. I do have my ministry name on magnets on the doors of this RV. Plus that we support Israel. Yeah. So and on the street side of the car, there's still a magnet that still says Servant Spirit Ministries. So, it's obvious we're a ministry. People know that we're here. That's another reason why people are close without being too close. They give us our space. They don't have to hear our generator is bad, and but they're close. They're close enough they feel safe. Another couple and a schoolie, couple of single females and a couple single males in their vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
One, they see we have cameras. I mean, there are people who use the park that when we were parked in the other space and not parked over here, they literally, where they go to use the park from, where they park their vehicle, is like either right behind or generally right in front of us. Especially with where we're at right here. In this spot, they tend to park right in front of us because they feel safer using the park and knowing that their stuff's not going to get messed with while they're in the park. Going for a walk, or doing a jog, jog and exercising, running. They literally park close to us, just in the daytime, because that and crime has gone down in this park. This park was known for a lot of car dumpings and things like that, and car break-ins, stuff like that. Our presence here has actually reduced that. APD used to have to go through every hour. Now they go through maybe 3-4 times a day tops, unless they get called out.
Eric, you just made me think of something you said the other night that was hilarious that I think you need to share with everybody.
And what's that?
What was dropped off in the park a couple nights ago?
Oh, yeah, that was something a week prior, and which might also have something to do with why all of a sudden we started getting targeted for parking here. There was a Hispanic male, I'd say late 20s, early 30s, in an old brown Buick from like a '98 Buick. Was that Regal Regency, the big 4-door sedan version? Busted out front grill, mostly busted out on the passenger front side. That dumped like about 30, 40 yards in front of us, and there's somewhere someone else is parked. 3 pygmy goats. Two standard sized pygmy goats, and then one smaller one. And they were like a family, or hung around. Basically, they stuck together wherever they moved. All 3 of them, they moved like like a pack.
Nice.
And a couple hours later, within a couple of hours, Parks Department called out APD. APD came out and then called out the county sheriff's animal cruelty unit. Deputy Leach came out, and I've even gotten a call back from APD's animal cruelty unit from a detective to see if I had any more information or any way to help them locate who it was that dumped them.
Yeah.
You're the one that made the silly comment regarding goats and that whole.
I said, was
veteran,
it a bunch of
I'll put it this way: veterans who have gone to the Middle East know the joke. And I'll leave it at that.
I don't care.
To play within community guidelines on YouTube.
Really, they've got community guidelines against that?
Before I mentioned that the person that dropped them off was Hispanic, the moment I mentioned goats, Chris went to the Middle Eastern joke, and I said no, they were pygmies, and therefore because it's Hispanic, they have to go for the shorter ones.
I'm such a dickhead.
So those that know the jokes, yeah. I shouldn't have to repeat too much more than that.
Look, Jamie's laughing. She knows it. Oh, hi.
Hello, Chris.
Here.
Ohana.
Chris.
What the hell are you doing, Eric?
I'm on with Chris's live stream.
Oh.
All right, Ruth. Be safe. Enjoy your bike ride. So. Oh, you're going up to the trailer this weekend? Well, be safe, and we'll see you.
So that could also be another reason all of a sudden we were targeted, because we help prevent crime, and actually because we gave details, and therefore snitches get stitches for being attacked.
About it.
Actually, yeah, Peggy got threatened about it. The same night that we got the parking warning. Same night we got the notice, the warning notice 3 days ago now. That same night, 3 Hispanic gentlemen, Peggy was getting gas up at one of the gas stations, and they started harassing her, and basically a couple of the employees there jumped over the counter to take them out, and then called the cops and had them arrested.
After one of them took a swing at me and missed.
Yeah.
Aye.
And we're apparently related to the first person who gave us the warning, because we were targeted on the warning part.
I know they like.
But today's ticket, they made sure to ticket multiple people so it didn't appear as targeted, to cover their ass. They pulled a CYA move today. So basically, everybody else who wasn't given a warning for whatever violations, all of a sudden received tickets today, parking tickets today.
Did you tell them how when I walked up by him and thinking it was that?
Yeah, Peggy actually walked up on him. Peggy was coming back to the RV right as the dude was issuing the ticket.
Dave,
Dave's not here. Oh,
Dave said I'm smoking and thinking about goats. I don't want to know. If anybody needs some of these, let me know. I will let me know and I'll take and get them to you.
What?
Army Dave.
He's what? Goats?
He's smoking a lefty and thinking about goats.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we don't.
But these are snap sugar peas. I'm going to start some of these again because the ones we started are gone. And I got
That's
paper
what I
to
wanna
mark
wake up.
everything.
And
Did we
James
wake
just
you up,
said when I was
Jackie?
in Iraq, I was told the women were for babies and boys were for fun. So, yeah.
Unfortunately, none of that surprises me.
No, that's
They
their
were,
belief. And
when-
God
when they
forbid
left
if you're
Afghanistan,
an apostate.
they said that one of the big things from the Afghanistan withdrawal was people trying to get in here through customs, trying to say they were married to a 5-year-old girl.
Yeah.
That's absolutely vile in my opinion, but well,
It is
you all
all
know
vile, but
you all know my thoughts on that situation, so I don't have to repeat it, I'm sure.
back those little claws up. My wife doesn't like to trim her back nails. They're like talons and scratch the heck out of me.
She wants to keep you in line, right?
She does it in her sleep.
Well, that's for all the stuff you thought you got away with, Eric.
I don't get it when
You
they use
thought-
nothing. I tell her everything, and then to my chagrin, I tell her too soon. I should, sometimes I should wait a couple hours so I know she's calm from other stuff. If she's already pissed off about one thing, and I tell her something else, and because it's fresh and it just happened, and to my chagrin, I got to deal with it for a few hours. Hi,
I get
honey.
it.
You can have your New York wave right
No.
back.
No live beatings, please.
No live
Although I'm
beatings,
sure
he
it would be-
said.
I'm sure it would be good for ratings, but hosts would be sitting here going, "Do it, do it."
He just sent a bird for your kitties. Oh.
Ah, okay. Oh my. We're getting our dirt here.
You're putting your honey. This thing picks up faces and blurs everything else out, so your nose is starting to come in.
Wow. Wow. That's a hell of a
She
statement.
was peeking around my mug here to look at the screen a second, and she was starting to come in for the green.
Well,
for
tell her
the,
to hold on a second. Let me get my dirt started.
I'm
here,
using
and I'll go
OBS
find-
and I'm using the what do they call that? The NVIDIA drivers for green screen on OBS.
Yeah.
Which
It works pretty good for you.
Well, for the most part, it's not doing too bad, other than when I bring another object into the screen.
I'm making a mess. Holy shit. I don't want to fill it all the way up. I want to make sure that that's a seed. Need to get rid of that.
Oh, I know there's no kitties right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
He's digging.
I'll go show you kitties in a second.
He's doing the dig dug stuff.
I gotta get this set up quick. I killed my plants, so we got to start over.
Instead of calling, yeah. They were in the
forgot.
greenhouse when it got too hot, honey.
Yeah.
Luckily, the kitties got saved by their mama and got moved to the garage.
No, they got saved by me and Katie.
I thought you said that their mama moved them to the garage.
Yeah, they're in the garage now. Me and Katie actually had to go in and rescue them from the greenhouse. Give me 1 second here. We're gonna.
Yeah, Peggy was like in the little black and white one. I saw the little orange, the picture of the orange one.
Yeah, we've got quite the extension of lots.
And then it's funny what Jamie threw up there in Discord for you.
Yeah, kitten season with the cats popping out everywhere.
Yeah, pew pew.
Right.
Honey, open up his Discord and look in the general. You'll see what I'm talking about, or funny things, or something like that.
Yeah, it's under funny things. But yeah, it was pretty funny.
No, we keep. Good thing we have 2 somewhat working generators. We get one working. It's working for a while, but our best one, whenever we do an oil change or whenever we have to add more oil to it, it dies in lack of oil. It never wants to restart right away.
It's not the right password.
It's under funny things.
Hello?
All right, I'm in.
Am I right?
Well, I don't have the funny things on my server, so those are the only 2 servers you're on.
Got her all.
Okay.
All righty. Now you're all screwed. There's 2 of me.
I still only see one of you and then a big gray area.
Well, it'll be a thing of me soon.
Oh, darn.
Black kitties are out here outside the garage door, laying and sleeping. All 3 of them are there. If you can see them there. Oh, mommy's up on top of the tire. Mommy's on top of the tire. And then there's the 3 black kittens and the tiger stripes right at the door. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me flip it around and get the good camera on it. They're to the point now that they're so used to me coming over and videotaping them that they don't care. They don't run away anymore.
Animal.
If you look through the door there, you can see where my camera mount is. Right there on top of that thing. I came out late yesterday or this morning, one of the 2.
Yeah, it's getting season.
And the one white and black cat was up there attacking my camera. So that was funny. All right, let's go see if we can find some more here. Animal Farm's on.
Yeah, why do you think I was yelling animal?
Hi, Animal Farm. Welcome in. Let's go see if we can find some more kittens. We're not doing a walk today because my dumbass, first off, I was on my phones and didn't have them on the charger, so the battery went down. So I don't have enough to,
Which one? I got a bunch of them going around here, Animal Farm. I got the Christian flag, American flag, Texas flag, Navy flag.
Callie, where's the babies at? They're not in the shelter that I built for them. So, where's the babies?
And I used OBS to layer them.
Huh? Where's the babies? Hello? Yes, we're looking at you. Looking at you. Well, we're trying to look at you, but you're hiding behind my fat ass.
Okay, Logan.
Oh my. What are you doing,
Well,
huh?
Yeah, that should have been the better way to say that than the first way.
Free audiobooks. Nice.
No, what Logan said on how Animal Farm appeared.
I saw. That's funny. But I don't care how she got here as long as she's here, right? So these here we were talking about
Who lost a
yesterday.
Confederate flag in a boating accident?
Let's see here. This is solid marble. I need to clean it up. But then you can see we have marble here along the edge here. This used to be my mom's memorial garden, but she let it go into disrepair. We just haven't taken the time to fix it back up. So I should do that for her. Maybe I'll do that this weekend.
He already left the kitties. He's heading back over to where he was.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're
And the little kittens were
They're all
hiding
hiding.
or staying cool.
yeah, they're probably in the garage laying on the hot, nice, cool concrete. So Kelly's over by the shelter, so I guess she's trying to appease me a little bit. But yeah, I always enjoy conversation. But I really enjoy hanging out with you. I guess I do it for me. It's kind of a selfish way because I get to spend time with you all. So, you know, that's how I look at it. Alrighty, let's put this back on the charger. Let's plant some stuff.
There, now you can see. Now you can see Peggy.
Hi, Peggy. She's gonna smack the shit out of you soon, Eric. After we get off this live stream, she might not even wait that long, depending on how bad it gets. I'm just kidding. I'm not calling for violence, YouTube. So don't even go there, you bunch of
Violence. No crazy violence.
All right, let's get.
Here, now you can see. I can be seen better. Took it out of the green screen mode.
Aha. All right, I got our cucumber.
And there I disappear. Haha. I love using OBS and these little tricks. Careful,
Okay,
honey, your booty was starting to show.
Put 2 to 3 in each cubicle
Doesn't
here.
that cause car accident? Either that or they'll sit there and laugh.
You gotta realize your booty is a little taller than the counter. That's RV.
Whoops. Oh well.
Oh shit! I just lost. Dang it! I gotta
I'm going back
find
to
them.
sleep. You the curse woke me up for nothing.
Hey, you got to see kitties.
No, I didn't.
Now she missed them.
Ah, hold on. I'll go back over. Give me a second to get these seeds I just dropped. I'm putting my damn microphone in the dirt.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I don't have that audio.
2. Well, I better take care of these because this is the last of my cucumbers. If I kill these off, I'm not getting cucumbers this year. Well, I'll get them. I just gotta go buy more. All right, give me a second here. Some people say that's my theme song, Eric, for where I live, because I'm out in the middle of the boondocks. You know?
Oh, I thought this one was the theme
Well,
song.
excuse me, princess.
Zelda. That was a good cartoon. I enjoyed that one when I was a kid. All right, is she watching now?
I see morons. They're everywhere. They just don't know they're morons.
I'm looking. Oh,
Hi, babies. That's mommy. Well, no, don't go running in. And then there's 3 black cats. They're solid black, and then 1 tiger stripe that's hers.
so why did I say a black and white one?
The black and white one that went in is the mom for these. Now, there's 2 other black and white ones that are in her litter. I don't know where they're at. They're inside sleeping somewhere.
Yeah.
And
So
then-
you can see black and white. It's not out right now. He's just mentioning what's out. There's Callie.
Yes, this is Miss Callie. This is the one that's always up my butt. Ding, I just got a text message. Come on.
Tire, so
If anybody wants some tea, let me know too. I'll take and cut it off and dry it and send it to you. I've got all this. This is, I think, the chocolate mint. I've got this over here, which is mostly natural mint. That's been here since we moved here. I've got some trees I can send out. And then this mint down here is being overtaken by shit. I've got to get that cleaned out. But this mint here is, where is that? Oh, that's the apple mint. So we have apple mint, we have meadow tea, what we call that stuff, and then we've got the chocolate mint over here. So if anybody wants,
I want chocolate mint.
Do you want the actual plants, or do you want it dried so you can make it?
Actual plants.
honey.
Okay.
Your green thumb's a little fun these days.
Oh, this stuff grows natural. It'll
Well,
overtake an
you know
entire area.
You kill all your plants. Explain to me how you can't grow a tomato plant. That happened to me in Kentucky.
Well, it happens sometimes. Different things happen. Yesterday, Animal Farm, the 6 that we had gotten out yesterday were all cowies. The ones we were looking at today are runways, and they are, she has 5. So there's 11 kittens in total. And I am really, really, really trying to get a place to come down here and take them to get fixed. I don't care if they come back here. Okay. They can come back here and stay as long as they want. They just can't be breeding like rabbits and causing a bunch of incestuous problems with, you know, I don't know if you've seen what happens when incest becomes rampant in a cat's bloodline, but it is not pretty.
I have a
They,
question, Chris.
I might have an answer.
Okay, have you ever heard of, I forget what it's called. I forget how to pronounce it, but it's where they trap them, neuter them, and release them. Do you have them in Pennsylvania? We have them in New York. It's for feral.
There are some here. But the problem is you got to get to them early in the year, or else they run out of funding.
Oh, they don't
So-
go around just trap the feral cats like they do in New York State?
Funding, honey. It's all in the funding.
Yeah, it all depends on funding if they have the money to do it. You know, even if I was to
It's all
capture
about
them,
that cash. About that cash.
if I was
They
able
should
to capture them and take them to the Humane Society, they charge me $50 a cat
Is that
just to
all?
drop
New
them off.
York is 60.
Well,
Well, that
yeah,
was,
I don't
I mean, that was
have that
pre-COVID
kind of
too.
money.
You can only imagine what it is now.
I tried, Chris. That was the only one I could think of that does anything for free.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking into stuff. I appreciate the thought. Okay, let's put these down here so I know where they're at.
But New York is different to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's closer. They're closer to each other, both physically and in ideology than Texas over here. Although too many people
Depends
come
on-
down here to Texas and ruined it.
It depends on what part of Pennsylvania, because rural Pennsylvania is nothing like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg. We don't think like them at all. Let's see.
No, you
But,
think more on
speaking
that.
of thinking differently, just to have a little bit of fun about talking about the matter, have you been paying attention to that certain character down in Florida?
I've
And all that-
seen.
and that drama that was going on there?
Let me know what you're talking about because I've seen a lot of different Florida Man things.
Not Florida Man and not armed fisherman. I'm talking about, even Skipper was talking about it, Judge Grudge and all that stuff.
Yes, that guy. Well,
I know you don't have too many followers from that stuff, but I decided that because they actually had a normal town meeting for once somebody up and left before he got re-sworn in.
oh my. Yeah, that's not good.
Actually, it is good for the town.
Well, yeah, it's good for the town. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. That's just like that town out. What is it, Indiana or in Illinois, with that lady who's like completely out of control and spending their government money, the city's money to go on like. She's basically the mayor version of Fannie Willis. She was illegally taking funds from the city and using them to go on vacations, to buy a bunch of stuff. It was actually really, really horrible. Like, they sued her, and when she won her court case because of a technicality, they took and she came in and had a DJ playing music and shit, and she came in twerking and acting like a freaking fool. So, yeah, there's really bad actors out there who pretend to be wanting to help, and then when they get into a position where they can help, they turn into complete and total tards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I was just changing something up. Now, fun thing is, now I can't hear my own soundboard, but I still play.
You do have an echo. You have a slight echo.
Switching to the.
Oh, so I'm doing all this. You guys can't even see me. You can't see what I'm doing. So let's fix that. Let's drop.
Guardian in the shadows. Oh, you stupid little idiot!
That's a little loud there, pal.
That was loud to you?
Am I loud?
Oh, you're really quiet. Oh, like I said, I can't hear anything now.
Oh. Wonder why.
Let me try switching this back over. Well,
Two of these in each here.
I'll just there we go.
Oh, that took care of the
Glad-
echo. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Alrighty. We're good then.
Did I just remove the echo?
Yep, that took care of the
Yes, I
echo.
did. Okay. I went back to regular microphone, but now I can't play this. Now I can't play with the soundboard.
I'm sorry. I know I ruined all the fun. And I just dropped the camera, so sorry about that too, I guess.
Army
Where the
Dave
hell's
said, "Did the
the
whole
bag?
garden die, Chris?"
Not all of it, but most of it. Unfortunately, I'm missing a bag of beans. What the hell did I do with them? I set them down beside me. That's why I'm missing them. Got a bunch of pea seeds I gotta put back. Haha! I caught it.
Oh, it feels like
Tried to-
107. Ooh, a little toasty up there.
Yeah, here's how well these air conditioners are. How well I'm doing with air conditioning here. 92 degrees outside, and in the cab, basically by the front window, it's 83 degrees. I'm trying to get that
not
air
bad.
to blow, that cooler air to blow past us.
Yeah. Alright, what do I do with the damn pen now? I got a mess here. Alrighty.
I'm in Austin, Texas. Or should I say, I'm in New San Francisco, Texas.
Not everything died, Dave. The corn's still good,
Where are you, Jade? Yeah.
and there's a couple other things that are still good. It's just let me see if we can get this fixed here.
Okie dokie, inky pokey.
There we go. I think we got you situated in a good spot. I can actually read chat there. So, but yeah, we're and this gives me a chance to restart everything. I get to write everything down and see, find out what I did with my freaking pen. And I better not have lost my pen because that's my favorite damn pen. All right, I'm gonna stand up here. There it is. Fell behind the planter. So,
I found out a couple of things recently while looking into the whole Starlink bit. Lots of places will sell it to you, but you got to have it sent to the store or sent to yourself. Although apparently Best Buy occasionally has some in stock.
really?
But Costco no longer does. I guess no longer has the pallets of them.
Wonder what happened there.
And I tried searching on Costco's website.
So my chat over here is not keeping up with everything. How funny is that?
Yeah, your chat's having their own conversation over there.
Hi, Ray. Logan said he's a communist in Maryland. Okay, well. Oh, no, he's in communist Maryland. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. My bad.
Well, at least he's not in flattened Iowa. I mean, where they recently had some tornadoes.
People in that town. Greenfield, wasn't it? Greenfield, Iowa?
Yeah,
I got
central Iowa.
smack. Yeah. Definitely want to pray for that area. Well, you pray for all of it, but
Well, we were just under a
That
tornado watch
tornado.
ourselves last night.
We had a tornado here. I know it was a tornado, but they argue and say it wasn't a tornado. And I'm like, whatever. I sat there and basically watched it go past my house. We had almost a foot of hail. Not like just like size hail. I'm talking, I went outside and it looked like it snowed. We had that much hail. These are dwarf white blossom sugar.
Well, the thing is, we were expecting a rainstorm over here, but it was 40% chance, and then you had the tornado watch, and it's like, okay, and all we got was a little bit of a breeze over here where we're at on the southeast side.
Did you see the video of that tornado that hit Greenfield though?
No, I didn't get too much into it. I mean, I've got so many other things I watch and paying attention to that was not on my priority list.
Jamie had called it the dead man walking tornado because of all the vortices that were on the outside of the tornado. And I had made the comment that it was more like the serpent's den. There were so many vortices coming up, it just looked like a snake pit. The last one that I saw like that was the El Reno one that killed the 3 tornadoes, the storm chasers. Sugar peas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one way back that killed the storm chasers, and they were all amateur radio operators to boot.
Yeah, that was.
At least a couple of them were. The father and son were ham radio operators.
All right, there.
All tornadoes
Making sure
are crazy.
Yeah, well, it was great that we had everything pop up the last time. I didn't know what it was. So.
But here's the fun thing about tornadoes. They work in certain patterns. One of the things I learned as a kid growing up. They travel in certain directions. Certain things will interfere with them to make them leave the ground and make them less potent, ground-wise, such as like hills and things like that will cause them to jump.
Yeah.
Some of the things you can see in the movie Twister, and other things you can't. But that's why one of the safest places to be is like, and up in the corner of an overpass or down in a ditch.
Well, they tell you that being in an overpass is not
because the ground around you is higher. So yeah.
But they say not to do the overpass thing because if it goes over the overpass, it'll actually create a suction and pull you out.
That's why you get all the way up in there. And you basically get behind one of the beams. One of the I-beams. You don't just, crawl up in there and stay. You basically surround yourself with as much wall, bordering around you as possible.
2 to 3 per group. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, go. 2, 3. Well, another thing that a lot of people think they can do, but they shouldn't, is try to outrun them.
Well, that depends upon which way. Like I said, which way is the tornado going? Which way is the
That
road?
was the problem with the El Reno tornado is it went the wrong direction. it actually went the opposite direction of what they expected it to.
Yeah, they expected it to probably go the regular south southwest to north northeast, like the normal pattern is, and yeah, due to they weren't radar or due to different things, it might not have went the exact direction they thought it was. But I have been lucky, even though I grew up in southern Oklahoma and north central Texas. I've seen the aftermath of tornadoes even years later, stuff that was never rebuilt. But
Yeah.
I have never, I mean, I've seen plenty of dirt devils, but I've never seen an actual, I've been lucky and not had to come and never came face to face with an actual tornado.
I have slept through a tornado that went past the house here. I've watched a tornado go across the bottom field and into the dirt field across the street, and that's when it sucked up the dirt and you got to really see it. But yeah, it was interesting. And then we had that one that was a close one, but they're saying it didn't count apparently. So yeah, I've had a couple close calls.
Now, the one thing I have experienced a little bit of was an earthquake.
Earthquakes can be fun.
Before I went into the Navy, I was up in Oregon, and I was in Gold Hill, Oregon. Well, Rogue River, Gold Hill School District. Basically, up the side of the hill, and an earthquake hit all the way over in Klamath Falls, over by Klamath Falls, and it was, I believe, it was like a 3.7 or 4.7. Yeah, 3-4 areas. And I was wondering why the heck I heard a freight train coming and my grandmother's dishes rattle. And it was because of how far it was felt away from Klamath Falls.
Wow. Yeah.
Because there was no train tracks anywhere nearby.
Well, Oregon is it's a part of the Cascadia fault line.
Cascade Mountains range. And the I-5 corridor goes right along it, which means it is technically west of the main fault line.
But that
a lot of them don't realize all those liberal cities are all west of the fault line, which means one good quake and off into the ocean they go.
Yeah. I do a lot of stuff, research into that sort of thing.
But unfortunately, their worst people are politicians that are too busy hiding in D.C. and they're not actually spending time in California.
Adam Schiff's talking about moving to California, so that could be a good thing. Adam Schiff should be in jail, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was running for Congress for Senate from California. He was in Congress and was trying to run for Senate. And getting blasted hardcore over it.
Yeah, he was up against Steve Garvey. Do you remember Steve Garvey, the baseball player for the he played for the Phillies for a little bit.
No, pretty much the only baseball players I really know of are, the big names. Babe Ruth, Nolan Ryan, Mickey Mantle.
Steve Garvey was a pretty big name back in the 80s. But unfortunately, I don't see him getting elected in. He was running as a Republican, so I don't see him getting elected in California, sadly.
Careful, Logan. Depends on which part of Kentucky you're talking about. And their government representation ain't much better.
You mean McConnell, the turtle? He sold out.
Yeah.
Freaking. The only good person from Kentucky that I've
Because
seen
they only
so
don't never
far
get a
is
decent Republican to
Rand
run
Paul.
against them.
Well, hopefully they're freaking retire and put him out to pasture this year. These people do not need to be dying in Congress. That's not what their freaking job is. They should get 1 to 2 terms at most, and then they should be
They
forced
love
out.
all that free health care. That free health care that prolongs their life. And don't forget, how do you go from a $100,000, $200,000 a year salary where all of a sudden you're making multi-millions per year? Just look at Pelosi.
Yeah. Well, MTG's just as bad. She's into the stock trading shit too. 1 to 2 seeds, alrighty. So, just like Kennedy from Louisiana, I've lost all respect for that person because he sits there and you see the videos of him talking a big game and he acts all, all smart and shit with these people that come in that are supposedly liberal witnesses. And what you don't see unless you actually go and look is that he votes with the people that he says he disagrees with. Okay, this is Summer Squish.
Yeah. It's all screwy dooey Louie.
It's all act. It's all theatrics. When the camera's rolling, they act like they hate each other, but when they think that no one's looking, they're sitting there fist bumping each other, laughing together, hugging each other. So if you think the Republicans are any better than the Democrats, you're sadly mistaken, and you're being taken on a ride just like everyone else.
Logan, go check out For Public Safety's channel on YouTube, and you realize Kentucky's not as good as you think it is.
The state's nice, don't get me wrong. I like the state of Kentucky.
Yeah, there's a couple of nice people. I mean, I still talk to someone from when we were in Kentucky for 2 years. Great old man, but he's an old man. He doesn't represent the majority of the people. We were stranded in Kentucky as well. We ended up with this RV that they overpaid for and said everything worked and didn't leak. And very little works and everything leaks. So, but what do you expect if the person who was making the purchase on behalf of the church was also a slumlord? Our rentals were not exactly up to codes in any state that I know of. I mean, yeah, she allowed us to stay on the property of one and said we could plug into the house, but plugging into that house because half the house was on that same circuit breaker, based on the inside version of the same plug. Yeah, they kept tripping it.
Well,
and then she said she would help cover the electric bill for the tenants that were in the house, and didn't. And the tenants were getting mad at us and demanding money from us. But then again, they were also demanding money at the same time as they were getting ready to leave for some famous bike rallies. So they needed party money, not bill money.
No, not all people from Kentucky are like that.
No, but it happened to be in one of the counties that has been featured by For Public Safety.
Gotcha.
And in fact, it's a lot from where a lot of the very racist people are from. That same county that have been hunting them down because that county hired basically a racist deputy who was the one that did the shooting in Louisville. The one that shot Breonna Taylor. He got that Carroll County turned around and hired that dude as a deputy.
Well, from what I understand, the guy that was in there with her shot at police first, and they just returned fire. Is that not what you heard?
Yes, but I also heard they didn't announce who they were before going through the door.
That's not true. They did actually knock. They had a no-knock warrant, but they did knock. If you go and watch the cameras. And the other lie that was being told was that she was in her bed when she was shot, and she wasn't. She was actually in the hallway.
But either way, she was unarmed. That's the first thing the military teaches you is to identify your target and make sure they're a target.
Okay, when somebody's shooting through the door, you can't see who your target is. I'm just saying. But they found that the guy inside said he didn't hear them announce themselves, so they didn't charge him either for shooting out. Because he said he thought that it was somebody trying to rob them. Just saying that, you know. So.
Well, that, but there's also the Louisville Metro PD has a long history. I mean, look at the. Have you seen the videos on the slushy incidences?
No, I haven't. I don't really do a lot of looking into that sort of thing. I'm
Slurpees, slushies, whatever they were.
Political.
Big gulps. Stuff. The big gulps from 7-Eleven. Basically, the cops are driving around filming themselves, nailing people on the sidewalk, tossing the cups out full. And laughing about
it. That's slushy abuse. That's slushy abuse, damn it.
Well, it's not like they can drink it while they're on duty, so therefore they couldn't get charged with alcohol abuse. But I'm sure if they were allowed to drink on duty, they would have been throwing freaking beer bottles out. They could have gotten away with it. Well, they were getting away with it for a couple of years until finally. Yeah, but there's a lot of corruption in Kentucky.
There's a lot of corruption everywhere, but I'm sorry to say it, but.
Well, even we were warned about the Meade County, Kentucky, where those issues were about it being one of the most corrupt counties in the state. From that older gentleman there in Kentucky. So whatever you do, avoid that county.
There is Honey Rock Cantaloupe.
Huh?
Honey Rock Cantaloupe. That's what we just planted there. We'll show this here. Ta-da.
Well, maybe I should drop out so you can do better of have a better video to know where you put things. Then you go back. Okay, what did I put in this one?
Nope, I got them all marked. So I'm just debating on what I want to put in next. Do we want to do sugar pie pumpkins, or do we want to do some dill? I think dill needs to go in another thing by itself.
Yeah, because dill doesn't take up much space. Most of what you're planting are stuff that has to be transplanted into larger containers or into the ground.
Yep.
Dill, dill can remain in a small container like that. Dill's basically a weed.
I've got a bunch of other stuff to do too, like other herbs.
So the smartest thing to do with those trays is your tray of stuff that has, a tray of transplants versus a tray of grow natural.
Yeah, I have chive growing already. For anyone who likes that.
Oh yeah, I love the cream cheese and chive crackers.
When am I gonna get my cocoa? Or not my cocoa, my chocolate.
Mint cocoa.
Yeah. When am I gonna
Leaves.
get that?
Chocolate mint.
And chocolate mint leaves.
Let me see what I can do about. And she wants the plant. So we can either
Yeah,
do
we
one
gotta
thing.
straighten a few other things out first before we could even think about trying to get a plant sent to us. Because otherwise it would have to be FedExed, and yeah, good luck with that one. And I'm keeping it right side up for shipping.
Well, no, I could. If we wait until later, I can actually harvest the seeds off it and send you seeds instead.
Yeah, that's probably
That
more
way-
what she's thinking.
That way you can plant
Glad
them
you
wherever
know
you
what
want.
I'm thinking. 'Cause I don't know what I'm thinking. You're like, you're right.
I don't
Thought
know
I
what
was
the
a
hell
zero.
I'm thinking either.
Japanese zero, suicide, kamikaze.
Oh my. The zeros, Bettys. Which one were the Bettys?
Bouncing Betties.
No.
Fuck.
You said about the zero. The zeros were the fighter planes.
Uh-huh.
Bettys were the bombers. And what the
Uh-huh.
hell were the torpedo planes called? All right, Animal Farm, have fun. Animal Farm's gonna go watch Trump in the Bronx. So, anybody else want to go watch it?
Oh boy. Thank you. Honey, could you please re-aim that cannon? Oh yeah, put it right in the fan. Okay.
Oops. Oops.
Over here, nobody.
Just be glad y'all don't have to see what I see. I got my wife's booty staring at me. And it's loaded.
Oh my.
I thought you liked my car.
Not when it's loaded, honey.
Let's keep this G-rated, please.
No, she's one of those that you have to roll down when she rips them. You got to roll down the windows in an RV. And you wonder what skunk you hit.
There we go. This tray is done. Now I need to mix up some fertilizer juice. And get everything watered, and we'll put it in the greenhouse and remember to water it from now on. So we don't have any dried out massacred plants next time. Because that's bad. We don't want that. In my defense, I forgot that he put it in the greenhouse. I didn't realize my dad did that. So
If you say so.
I know ignorance isn't a defense, right?
Unless you're a cop.
Gotcha.
If you're a
You're
cop,
saying I should
ignorance
go
is the defense. Qualified, and that's, that's qualified immunity.
So I should go get a badge, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was a right everyone had. I know that was in the Constitution.
Why are you in pain, Jamie? What'd you do? Jamie said she's kind of in pain.
Who's a pain?
Ah,
Jamie.
Ow.
no, let's throw these in here. Make it even bigger mess than what we had. I know I'm boring today. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah, see? Nah, I don't blame you.
You woke me
Oh.
up from my nap.
No, your husband will.
you're not that boring.
I could go many ways with that, but we're not going to, because I'm a good boy.
Yeah, right.
What? Did he just say something bad about me?
But then again, if you can't be good, just be good
No.
at it.
I didn't say anything bad about anybody except myself. Thank you. And of course, the government and the VA and yeah, they can all go F themselves.
He got his rants out, and now he's depleted. He's about as dead
Now
as
I'm
those
just-
plants.
Now I'm just planting my stuff, making sure it's all taken care of.
Oh, I got rants, but you all don't want to hear it because it's not G-rated.
No, YouTube
Yeah,
don't
we
like
don't-
that stuff. Rumble
we don't
don't
wanna-
care, but
We don't want to get banned today. We already had a 2-day vacation because of YouTube and their bullshit. Even though they said we didn't get a strike, we still got a 2-day vacation. Isn't that wonderful?
Why? What did you say?
Not what we said. We didn't know that they had a rule that you're not allowed to show pew-pews, even if they're unloaded pew-pews. You're not allowed to have them on the screen.
oh, they violated the pew pew rule on YouTube.
Ew.
Yeah. I really don't care because, you know, I like pew-pews. I like pew-pews more than I like YouTube. You know what I mean?
No, you just like the second amendment more than you like YouTube.
That too. All right, where's the little
Oh,
scooper
this
that
is
I
something
need?
that just
Yeah.
a file that just popped up on my phone.
My little scooper ran away.
Run, Scooper,
I'll do
run!
this, so I can do this.
No, well, I guess I have to open the other one to get the scooper out.
To view Smarty devices,
Fisher!
There we go.
now that I'm also on this screen, I can show the receipt from earlier that I was trying to show off. Okay.
Fisher ran away. Fisher.
It's 1.5, huh? Okay, so I need the big one here.
So there, I'm showing off my receipt.
Gotcha. I had hair this color
Yeah.
once.
This thing is like, this is how long they should be. Should be double-sided, but it's not. This is how long these things should be. Now, just to show off this other part, this is, yeah, it got a little wet, so things bled a little bit. This is what I got for the warning.
They don't have a double indemnity clause in that, where if you've already been warned, they can't hit you with a fine.
No, it's been 72 hours since I was warned.
Was it? I thought it was only 2 days.
On the 20th, today's the 23rd. 20th at 9 a.m. and he showed up at basically noon today. And see, and then things are cut off there where everything else should be.
I think that was 6:30.
And basically,
Well, it's not even
a
6 o'clock yet.
comparison here.
No, I'm saying, I know.
So this is how, and then, well, here we're cut off on the warning, which is a little more, and all that other information that is very helpful. Contact the courts. Although, granted, apparently it's a new roll of ticket tape.
Sorry, I'm filling up my gallon of fertilizer in the gallon jug here.
Well, you can go back and kind of see it later, the differences, but at least.
Oh, I saw it. You sent it to me in a text, remember?
Well,
I read it.
Yeah, which is, but I don't remember sharing the original warning with you.
Yeah, you showed me the original warning the other day.
Yeah, there's a huge difference in the size of the ticket.
well,
And there was nothing in the warning saying that you have to leave within a certain time frame, and then they show back up to ticket you. There, you know, if there was, it was cut off. Oh, you have so much time to remove the vehicle from this location or whatever. You know, oh, you have 24 hours, or you have 48 hours, or you have 30 days to correct. You know, there's no correction notification in the warning, and there should be. And if there was one, and they cut it off before I got it, that's a violation.
That's sketchy.
You know, huh?
I said that's sketchy if that's the case.
Yeah. Oh,
Did they
we'll be
do it
back
on
in 3
purpose?
days to tickets yet. Huh? I think it was done. Yeah, I think it's all done on purpose. And because of the prior incident regarding, we were allegedly called a homeless encampment, and needless to say, I was aggressively panhandled at my own front door by somebody who claimed to be a city worker. Trying to shove snacks and water down my throat at the same time they were calling me a homeless encampment. And the person that hung the sign up saying homeless encampment cleanup also screwed with my security camera. The chick who did the warning ended up knocking over a security camera as well to put it on the wiper. I noticed both of them for some reason put on my vehicle, put these tickets, these receipt tickets, whatever you want to call them, on the passenger wiper next to the curb instead of on the driver's wiper where you normally put tickets and stuff. Does that make sense?
Said plant lives matter. Yeah. No, I get it. I don't know why they're knocking shit down. Jamie says, I have no idea what I did to it. My body hates me. Well, it happens from time to time. My other phone went to sleep.
You'll have Stitch.
Oh, yeah.
Stitch?
Peggy wants to show off her Fisher.
Ah,
nice.
You have Stitch. Everybody else has emotional support stuffies. That's mine. That's Fish.
Katie makes me take Stitch with me to the hospital when I have surgery. Why is this damn thing leaking?
What's Fisher doing? Watching him?
All right, there we
Yep,
go.
he's watching the screen.
Hello. Yeah, I see it. It's cute.
No, Fisher is watching you.
Oh, Fisher's watching me, huh? Poor Fisher.
I thought he was reading the chat. He was about to run off screen.
I want to make sure I don't get my papers wet that has my the names of what I planted there, because that would kind of ruin the purpose of having the papers.
My wife's stuffed penguin. She got her birthday.
No, it was for Christmas.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's Christmas. I thought your birthday.
Yeah, the
Did
kids got it for me for
Oh, yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, it was okay. That was Christmas. Yeah, that's right. I remember now.
How dare you forget that, Eric?
Yeah, considering I was the one in the store and found it.
Oops.
I have more penguins. I love
The Logan goes,
penguins.
"What the hell is that?"
If anybody has any injured or unwanted penguins, you can send them to me. I love penguins.
Yeah.
Do you know that you can watch the penguin cam on certain things? I'll get you a link. But you can watch them swim around and smack the shit out of each other. It's great. You wouldn't think that penguins would be such violent animals, but they really are.
Well, they have to be to survive.
Not to each other, they don't.
And there's the movie Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Jim Carrey before he went completely crazy. The sad thing is, he's actually the voice
She
of
who
reason.
wants a penguin? My wife, she's got tons of penguin stuffies.
I want a penguin. You want a penguin?
If she wants a real penguin, if she could get one, but not in this Texas heat.
You got a penguin? I'll take it.
It's okay, babies. You don't have to run. You don't have to run. I'm just going right here. That's
I'm
it.
not allowed to have kitties.
Come on. Let me see if I can lure these cats out for you. She's got Runway's got her other kittens out now, so all 5 of hers are out. And
Runway.
Daddy's out too now. So we'll head over there. Let me get some treats.
Yeah, you're gonna go broke on all those kitty treats.
Well, I actually have
Especially
a
now
connection.
that there's a ton of kittens.
I actually have a connection where I get most of my treats for like $1 a pack.
Yeah, but those bucks add up.
Yeah, I get it. I understand that. But it's worth it. Alright, as I get stuck in the damn
Cora
cord.
goes, "Oh, Chris, she needs that sideboard."
Hey, no, not in front of the kids. Damn it. No,
What?
no more kitties. I'm gonna buy you a kitty condom.
They'll just
thought
go
we already-
do things the hard way.
Come on. Runway. Well, apparently Runway's in heat again because he was just on top of her. Yeah, go behind closed doors for that shit. All the kittens are watching. Well, I dropped that one right on top of the kitten and it didn't even move. Come on. Come on, Mom. Come here. Yeah, I know you'll come out for him. I just put that on your kitten's butt, sorry.
Hey, you're missing the Mew Mews, honey.
There's one kitten still in the door. Oh, the one kitten got the treat out of the other cat's ass. That's great.
Now, may I ask how old they are?
These kittens are almost 3 months old, I think.
They're cute. I want one, but Eric won't let me have cats.
Oh,
Never
it's a
had
black one in the head. He's like, what the hell is this? Oh, is that worth being hit in the head?
Nice fish.
Does she have 5? She has 6 kittens. Son of a bitch. You're 12 kittens.
Ah,
Oh,
you got a dozen.
when you get to 22, then you can yell like what happened to me.
They still got a few other adults too. So he's getting there.
No, these are all going to find a place to get spayed and neutered. And they can come back.
What color are those? Are they black or something?
Yes.
The front 2 here are completely black. And then the other 2 here are black and white and gray. Back there's Dad on top of the tire. Hold on, let me go this way. Right there's the horn dog. There's Mom. There's 2 kittens that look like Mom a little bit. There's 2 that are completely black. There's a tiger striped one at the door. Let me see if I can get over here so you can see it. Can you see him looking back at me like, what? You got a problem? Hey, I'm talking to you. This one's finally realizing he had treats all around him.
Look at the football.
Oh, kitty, 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 kitty. I want the kitty, 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 kitty.
I was just getting you a treat, you shithead.
Human must run.
I've held most of them already. You just gotta pick your time when you're going to catch them. I'll go get some more. Hold on. There's my chive plant.
Oh, you're
I
obsessed with
have to take meds before I do anything else, though. It is after 6 o'clock. It's 1:15.
Chris, he's still he keeps stealing my fish.
No, yeah. Oh. Alrighty. Now we'll see if we can get in trouble with YouTube
What are you
for having
laughing
drugs
at?
on
Logan
us.
goes, it's back.
What's wrong with Fisher? You don't like my Fisher? Don't look. It's cute.
See, I would have threw it at her if that was Caitlin. I'm mean, I know. No, I gotta get supper on here too.
Just talking about kittens and treats. Kittens and treats and treats and treats. Pizza, pizza.
The treats are always supposed to be where they're good, Chris.
Purple pill. Or pinkish purple
Pink.
one.
Pink, yeah. That's the pill that everybody freaks out about.
Okay.
Oh, I thought your estrogen pill.
No, I think it's a fentanyl pill.
No. Think border problem. Oh.
What did he say? I can't hear.
Think something.
Caitlin is at work. I said, think border problem. It's the same thing as what's killing people when it comes across the border.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said that F word.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
Chris, got you covered.
Oxy and Nat are the same thing basically.
Yeah, but we got you covered here.
Cancel? No, I don't want to kill the stream. Oh, I have 4 things of that.
And we got a couple of them too.
My doctors make me have that just in case they said I'll never use it on myself because I take my meds like I'm supposed to. I'll actually use it on somebody on the street first.
Well, that's kind of why they were handing them out here, and part of the reason why they gave us a few of them was because we are a ministry and we are here in the park on the regular, and therefore we're in contact with people like that. So we'd be more prone to be in a good position to help someone out.
Yeah.
Until EMS arrives.
Yeah, if you've ever had that done to you, it sucks though, because it will completely knock everything out of your system, pretty much. So you directly go into withdrawals. And I don't know if you've ever dealt with withdrawal, but it'll give you a whole new outlook on what people go through when they're trying to get clean. So
The most I've done is the lack of caffeine migraines. I hate those.
yeah.
If I don't get at least a minimum daily dose of coffee or soda or caffeinated soda, yeah, I'm lucky if I can see straight.
Well, the last time we tried to go off there, they did it wrong. And instead of breaking down the doses and stepping me down like they should have, they had me basically go cold turkey off it. And I was taking anything I could take to help me sleep. Because Katie will tell you, she'll be like, Katie wouldn't even come around me. I was that bad. I wasn't trying to be bad. I wasn't trying to be an asshole, but yeah. It was not a good time. I do not recommend doing it. So if that's one thing today you get from me is don't get into this shit because it sucks when you're trying to get off it. Unless you absolutely need it, which my pain levels, yeah.
Yeah, but if you don't, well, here's the thing about the VA. The VA is if you don't take all the meds they shove at you, you're non-compliant, and therefore we don't want to do anything to do with you because we're not going to continue to work with you if you are non-compliant with what we tell you. That tell you to take these drugs to kill you.
Well, I'm kind of on the same boat. If I go in, when I go to see my doctor, I have to go in every 6 months for a med check. And at any point in time, they can call me and say, you need to bring your meds in, and they need to do a med count to make sure that I have the amount of pills I'm supposed to have. They can give me a drug test at any point. And that drug test is a double-edged sword. If you do not have that drug in your system when you go to get tested, even if you tell them the reason why is because you had something to do where you couldn't be on that drug, they will take that drug away from you. So you have to have it in your system at all times. They actually made me sign a contract that I'm not supposed to drive or run any kind of heavy equipment, which kind of sucks, but I understand, I guess. Come here, my girl. Come here. Hi. What you doing? Where's your kids? Where's all the kids?
You don't think you'd be dumb enough to come back up?
No, she doesn't have a way to get them in there.
That didn't fall by itself.
Yeah, it did. It didn't. It just didn't stick to the screen. It happens because especially with the heat in there.
Well, I'll tell you why I say that. Look at that.
Sounds like your father's on the phone.
No, he's over there. He's talking. We put tape up over top of the thing. I think the heat from the greenhouse melted the glue.
All right. I'm going back out of your stream here now so you can just have fun with what you want to do. You got most of your rants out.
Well, I think I'm going to hop off here. I got to start supper. Katie wants pork chops when she gets home, so she gets off here in a half an hour. So I'm going to hop off here and get started cooking, and I just made myself bleed. I accidentally picked a scab. So, and now there's a bee at the door. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, Eric. I hope you have a good day, bud. Well, all my chat just ran away. Let me check this to see if there's any chat on here. Yeah, there we go. I can read. But all right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I might start up again here in a little bit, and when I'm cooking, maybe we'll hang out a little more. No, I'm just gonna grill them. A little bit of seasoning, and just let them stew in their own juices. But yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on Discord. Hopefully you're over there. If not, ask for an invite. Or Cora can post the invite on chat there if she wants. But I'm gonna kick this one out. Kick. Bye-bye. All right, I just kicked my own ass, for those of you who don't know. But yeah, we will see you tomorrow. I also have to go take care of the neighbor's cats tonight. So, but yeah. Juice, huh? Y'all be safe. We will see you later.